Hey guys, today we're back with another shooting review. And today on the channel we'll be doing a range review on the IWI Tavor X-95. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again today, we're going to be doing the shooting review, or range review, on the IWI Tavor X-95. This is the upgraded one from the actual first Tavor, and this one has a few new updated things on it here and there. And the biggest thing about this is that you have a bullpup design with a 16-inch barrel, and this one was actually shorter than my Daniel Defense Mark 18, which is a 10.5 barrel, or 10.3 if you want to be exact, inch AR pistol. And this right here is shorter than it, has a 16-inch barrel, so a lot more velocity and everything out of that. And overall, it's just one of my really favorite guns I've ever actually shot and reviewed. Here, as you can see, just a very small package. Here to here is this is really all that you have in it. The way that it feeds back here in the back is a magazine, and with you see here, gun is unloaded. So let's go ahead and dry fire it so everything's good and safe, all that. On the top here, I have an EOTech EXPS 3-0, and I changed the muzzle brake on it from a A2 flash hider with what it comes with from factory to this compensator. I'm trying to remember exactly which compensator this is. I've had this one for a while that I keep on taking on and off of some of my guns. It says PA on the top, right off the top of my head. I cannot remember. I put it in the description though. But the EXPS 3-0 and this angled foregrip by Magpul is the only things I've done different to it. Also, in the shooting part of the video, it's a little bit blurry. I didn't know, but my phone was kind of overheating whenever I shot the video. So just try and get out of it what you can. But here in Kentucky right now, it's 90 degrees. As you can tell, I'm sweating pretty profusively. So I'm trying my best with the hand we've been dealt. So on the Tavor X-95 also, you've got backup iron sights built into the rail. As you can see here, it's got a tritium insert here on the front. So if your optic does go dead, you can still use the iron sights on it. Very nice picture overall. I like them. Very interesting to how it's built into the rail to where you can still use the Picatinny part of it if you don't want the backup iron sights. But even if you do want the backup iron sights, just don't put nothing over top of them, you'll be able to still deploy them. So very nice overall, and I like how they designed that into it. If y'all didn't know, the Israeli military defense, they actually use a Tavor X-95 13.5 inch, which will be an SBR in the United States. But here we have a full 16.5 inch barrel. That's the shortest barrel that they give without going to SBR in the United States. So that's something to take into consideration. I think the 13.5, all this, the rails and everything in about around here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think the barrel sticks out this far from the gun either on the SBR version. But I think in the United States you have to have the rifle. It has to at least be over 26 inches before it will be considered an SBR, and a 16-inch barrel, I think it's 26. It might be 28. It's one of the two. I'm thinking it's 26 though. But here on the gun, as you can see, we have multiple QD points on it from here to there. Also, on the left-hand side, we also have multiple QD points. And the way that this gun actually runs is that once you run dry, the magazine will lock back. As you can see here, the bolt will actually lock back, not the magazine. The magazine will catch the bolt and lock it back whenever it's empty. And you have two different ways to actually throw this forward. You can either recharge it, let it go, and the barrel or the actual bolt will go forward then, or whenever it goes empty, you can see here you have a little button back here that you can press. Whenever you load in the new magazine, press that, throws the bolt forward, and you're ready to rock and roll again. Very nice overall. Decently heavy though. It's different though because most of your weight is back here in the back. It's in from pretty much from here to here. So you don't feel that front end weight, so your left arm doesn't get nowhere near as tired as it would with a full 16 inch or 18, 20 inch AR-15. With here, where most of your weight is back here against your shoulder, kind of with your center of gravity, I guess you would say, it is a lot better, in my personal opinion, than a 16-inch or 20-inch AR-15 when it comes to your front arm here, or your non-supportive arm getting actual tired, I guess is the way you put it. Overall, though, very quick shooting, and the recoil on this is literally minimum to none. Possibly one of the softest shooting ARs or platforms in 5.56, 223. I understand this is not an AR, but you know, here in America, we always refer to everything as an AR that is 223, 5.56. It's a modern sporting rifle, but one of the most soft shooting platforms in 223, 5.56 I believe I've seen so far. That being said, though, guys, I really do love this rifle. If you all are interested in picking this up, telling a little backstory on it, I actually had sold my Daniel Defense Mark 18, which was a pistol, not an SBR, but I sold my Mark 18 because, you know, everything going on with the pistol braces, and, you know, well, if they do make them to where you have to SBR them, then, oh well, and if you don't have to SBR them and they grandfather them in, then I'll buy one right before they do that, though. But, you know, whenever you're using a 10 and a third 10.3 inch barrel, you're going to look at reliability is going to be a little bit more iffy than a 16 inch AR-15 or 20 inch, whatever you want to say. And on top of that, though, guys, it's a tad bit different, and you need to kind of consider that whenever you're versing this one in between this and the Daniel Defense Mark 18. I love both of them, but overall, I really do like this one better, if you all can believe it or not, because just you have all that velocity with a 16-inch barrel. You don't have to worry about reliability, because if the Israeli defense carries these and they trust these with their life, then you know good and well it has to be a good firearm. But I ran 50 rounds through it right then on camera, and worked perfectly. I've put probably about 300 rounds through this one since I've got it, and I've never had a failure one with it at all. Just a very nice rifle overall, and the only con that I have about it is that where all of your explosions and everything is happening back there in the back, you actually have on this side over here a block that keeps the gases escaping and getting in your eyes. Well, being honest, I did feel a little heat coming up from it and getting in towards my cheeks whenever I was shooting, and they do make multiple different other accessories that you can put over here that work a tad bit better than the factory plug over here on the left hand side to keep it from those gases getting in your face and everything. But with how I have this set up right here, I love it. And the only con, though, like I said, is the gases, and it's a tad bit heavy. But with it being this heavy, there's literally minimum to no recoil at all on it, and just a very interesting platform overall. A lot of people say it's kind of hard to get used to the feeding the magazine in the back instead of more towards the front. I can understand that. Plus, too, how I have my sling set up kind of was really tight, because that's the way I like to have it, is tight to my body. So if I need to let go of the firearm, it will stay close to me to where somebody cannot take it and turn it on myself, because I know the feeling. But the thing about it, though, is that you kind of have to leave your sling a little bit loose to where you can get it up in your workspace, turn around here, take it out, throw a new one in, and either close it here or re-rack it, either one of the two. But overall, though, guys, I really do enjoy this rifle, and I think that if this is something that you're looking for, I would say 100% go at it. At first, I didn't much. First time I picked it up in a gun show was at Bud's Gun Shop in Lexington, Kentucky, and the first thing my finger done was my middle finger slipped up here behind the actual trigger on it. So whenever I tried to engage it, it wouldn't engage. I was like, oh, well, I'm guessing it's supposed to be down here, and you're supposed to keep this one here, which is how you're supposed to. But the way that my hand rides up, it makes my middle finger want to come up underneath the trigger. Well, they have a different grip that you can put on it to help that, where it's not got this this front base here, because that's how the actual Israelis train, is that they use their palm here to go underneath the, I think it's called a cutlass grip right here, and that's how they hold their rifles over there, is with their palm underneath it. It rides this right here to where you have a third point of contact. So they pretty much cradle the rifle in their palm. Well, in America, you know how we do here, with more of either the angle grip, or if you have a foregrip coming down, you've got a C-clamp. So this right here, I really don't use it the way that's supposed to be used, but they have grips that you can put on this where it's more of a traditional AR type of grip, to where you have the trigger guard right here, so your middle finger won't slip up in underneath the actual trigger. After I've started training with it, it doesn't bother me at all now, but that's just something that you all need to take into consideration. If you're just picking one of these up and that's one of the things that you're like, hey, I don't really like about that, well, you get used to it, don't get me wrong. But that's something that I seen off the bat that you all might want to know. But overall, guys, very interesting rifle, and I like it a lot. If y'all have any questions or comments about the Tavor X-95, leave them in the comment section below to get back to you as soon as possible. Stay tuned though, because we have a new front end that we're going to be putting on this. FIREARMS has sent me a M-Lock full aluminum front end, and I can't wait to put it on it and try it out for y'all and see what y'all think. So guys, appreciate y'all viewing. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews. I'll see y'all in the next video.